Don't know why the camera's backwards. So, what is going on, guys? I am fresh up out the shower. Ain't even got to blow dry my hair, and it's all types of fluffy. Pisses my mom and sister off, and I absolutely love it. So, uh, quick update with the Samara chicken eggs, or Saramaya. Um, we just candled the eggs. I just showed them off to my mother and my sister, and we saw a foot, and we saw wings and heads and body. It's amazing. So right now in the stage they're in, they're pretty much skin, they're pretty much meat and bones right now, skeletal structure, veins are forming, everything is already almost good to go. Maybe another week or so and we'll have baby chickens. At least we'll have one baby chicken because one, it little foot's ready to go and it's just so adorable. And my mother and my sister haven't seen me candle them yet other than on live, so while they were both down here, I asked them if they'd like to see it and she left the curtain open. What an ass. It's alright, it's 55 degrees outside, and I don't really need to even have my heater running right now because it's staying really warm down here. So I just want to do that. I'm not going to show the eggs. I just stressed out the mother enough, plus my phone's on 50% battery life, 15% battery life. So, yeah. And also, quick update on my lips. Swelling's gone down. Hey! The swelling's gone down, but I've developed a knot right here. And I don't know what the hell it is, and it's kind of freaking me out. But, sad news on top of this, two sad news. My Uncle Larry actually died today. My great Uncle Larry died today. He died of stage 4 cancer. I just found out a couple hours ago. I have mixed emotions about it because I really didn't know him that well, but I've known him for a while. And I know my Uncle Larry had a bad history with drugs and alcohol and things like that, but you know, he's in a better place now. He's not suffering, and at least it was quick. He hadn't been battling it very long. It just kind of popped up one day, and he was gone pretty quickly after that. So, I'm going to miss him. Love the dude to death, but like I said, I hardly got to meet him, but I knew a lot about him. And it's because he didn't live in the same state. God, he lived in West Virginia, I think, when he lived where he lives now, where he lived, and he lived his last. He lived to the ripe old age of 81 years old, roughly. So, he was 79 or 81. I haven't talked to him for years. Last I heard, he was in jail, and then now last I heard of him, he's dead. So, it sucks. But on another sad note, let me rephrase it. I was about to say lighter. King Midas is dying. Don't know why. Yeah, he lived a long life, dude, but he was an ornery fucker, dude. He didn't take shit from nobody, and that's what it takes to live a long life. You know, it just he was a good guy who got a bad rap for a lot of bad things he did when he was younger and a lot of bad things he did when he was older, but he was still a good guy to me. But yeah, King Midas is dying. I currently have him separated in a tiny fish bowl right now. And I'm trying a new breeding pair. So it's probably a little early for these males, but these new males are developing bubble nests, which shows they're happy, they're healthy. You can see two of them right back here. Look at look how huge they are. Those are like 4-inch betas from tip to tail. I mean, it is crazy how big these guys are. And you can really see them fluttering back here. Now, they can somewhat see each other, but not very well. They can only see glimpses of each other. They can't see full body. So they're not flaring at each other. They're not getting stressed out. Surprisingly, those two are actually looking at each other, but there's a separator in there. And so what I've done is I have taken out the male that built the first and the biggest bubble nest, which was the new, vibrant, veil-tail male who actually comes to a point when he flares out almost like a spade shape. Never seen a veil tail do a spade shape. So these guys might not be just veil tail betas. Maybe they're mixed with something else. But just the colors on this guy alone are stunning. And he looks just like her with the coloration pattern. And with them both being veil tails, we're gonna have veil tail betas. And sadly, like I said, King Midas is dying. I came down here about 10 minutes after hearing about my great uncle Larry dying, to find King Midas laying on his side in the tank with Vivian kind of just looking at him, hovering next to him, looking at him sideways, like, "Are you okay?" And I went upstairs. I'm like, "Well, this is great news, you know. Freaking find out my uncle's dead. Now I find out one of my best betas is dead, and he's not dead yet, but he's right there." And he keeps listing, he keeps going up, and his fins are falling apart. Like when I pulled him out of the water, I had black streaks on my hand from where his fins touched my hand. It's probably fin rot, so I have to medicate her. So since I work next to freaking Walmart, I've only got $10 left on my card after the Reptile Expo. I didn't spend anything. I was gonna buy another iguana, but I already have one now. I didn't really have room for two, and now he's in a... I'm thinking maybe he's just old, because betas don't live very long. I mean, I think max 3 years usually, maybe 4 if you're lucky, if not even sooner than that. I'm not sure how old betas actually... Let's find out about that really quickly. Let's all educate each other really quickly here. I'm going to look up how long betas actually live for, because I've never truly looked it up. I've always heard stories that people like, oh, I had him for 6 weeks and he died. I had him for 6 months, he died. I had him for 6 years and he died. And the thing is, most people buy males because why? The males are, one, usually cheaper, depending on where you go, and two, they're more available than the females are because most stores don't like selling their breeder females off. Oh God, I can't select this. I'm supposed to be in bed and work, but I'm still up. And I'm watching season 5 of Z Nation. Fuck it, I mean... Oh, what the hell did you do that for, Tom? But we actually, built the iguana a tank lot today. How long do beta fish live for? 3 to 5 years. That's how long betas live for. Popular searches are koi, 25 to 35 years longer. I never really got into Walking Dead. For some reason, Z Nation was something I started and I actually enjoyed. Oscars, 10 to 20. Siamese fighting fish, 3 to 5. Wells catfish, 60 years. Siamese fighting fish, which looks like a crown-tail beta, about 3 to 5 years. And the common carp, 20 years. So that's actually really impressive. So right now what I'm doing is I am doing a double breeding again. Oh God, Supernatural, don't even get me started. Oh, I watched that like every day, just so I had something to do after school, before school, and the nights of and during school. I used to watch it. So look at his flare out though. I mean, I'm gonna miss it. I missed it. He dropped him already. But I mean, is he gonna do it? Tank is a little dirty in the bottom. So I think what I'm going to do is suck out all the water and redo it from the 55 gallons. So there's already beneficial bacteria inside of it. And I'm gonna put a pillow under my ass. Oh my God, much better. I think I just became a genius. And then that way there's beneficial bacteria, and I know it's clean water because no one has anything inside of there. But I mean, he is just absolutely a looker, dude. And he's so big. I mean, he's like that big. These are the biggest beta males I've ever seen in my life. I've owned veil tails before. I know people that have owned veil tails, and they must have been young veil tails, or they weren't nearly as well taken care of at the previous home they got him from. He's currently trying to fight his reflection, which is hilarious. Because these males are massive. These are giant betas. I mean, you're looking at a beta fish that's that long or longer. I mean, oh, he's kind of strutting a little bit. I mean, look at his colors. Look at his fins proportionate to the rest of his body. I mean, they're exactly they're exactly as long as he is. I can tell. But there she is, and you know, I've had King Midas and Vivian in a tank for a long time, about 2 weeks now, I'd say. And nothing. He didn't make a bubble nest. I had him in the small breeder tub over here. That didn't work. I moved him to the 10 gallon a week ago. 7 days ago. And nothing. And then I find him listing, leaning, and pretty much dying. So I pretty much just put him into a quarantine tank. And I realized that Connie, my original female, the red female that I was trying to breed with Fry, her fins are kind of rotting away too. They're like falling off of her. Very slowly. It's like they're almost like breaking down. So I have taken her out, put her into a quarantine container, and I've added Indian almond leaves to it, and it's the liquid. I pulled it out a while back from the tannins. I put a Gatorade bottle full of dechlorinated water, and I filled it full of Indian almond leaves, and this is the byproduct of it. So this dude's a bubble nest maker already, hence why I put him with her, and the fact that their colors match. So I've also put Fry, which is my... Oh, he's red too. He stands like that tall with his fins. It is amazing. Let's put it this way. He dwarfs King Midas and Bart. Fry. Bart is dead, dude. Fry by like 30%. I shit you not. This is the biggest beta I've ever seen in my life. These three are. But the other one over here is breeding. Same kind of coloration, similar, but a wider body. And kind of somewhat different colored fins. It's more like it's more of a purplish color. Slash pinkish silver. It's weird. I'll have to show it to you. He's not nearly as vibrant as this guy, though. But I've got him, and I'm trying to pair him with my blue female. One of my cobalt blue females. Are you going to bubble nest for me? You're looking at it like you are. And these are going to be obviously inexperienced males. So as usual, I'm kind of at a beginning stage here with everything. All my males, all my females are beginners except Connie. Connie already knows the spawning rituals. So does Vivian, but Vivian has not spawned in my care, and Vivian was very small when I got her, so I doubt she spawned ever before that. And if she was a good spawner, they wouldn't have got rid of her. But yeah, there he is. Somewhat similar colors, just not as flashy. That's not Delta, by the way. That's the other blue female that I have, and I have a blue male beta back here, and I could be breeding for that color, but I'm not really looking to breed blue. Yeah, here we go. He's getting a little strut going on back here. Didn't work. He put him down real quick. He's smart, but oh. There he goes. No, it is... Breeding betas has become more of a pain in my butt than pretty much anything else that I've done in the last 6 years. I mean, breeding snakes has been a real pain in my butt too, but betas seem to be worse because if you put two snakes together, they're just going to not do anything. You put two betas together and they're not ready, they're going to fight to the death if you're not watching. And it can happen pretty quickly. So yeah, I went to a reptile expo in Noblesville yesterday and picked up an iguana that's extremely underweight, malnourished, and no, they don't breed like koi. Betas the male has to make a bubble nest. And the female and the male have to be around each other for a certain amount of time to get courtship, so they get used to each other, so the male doesn't see her as a threat or vice versa, and they attack each other, or one attacks the other. If the female doesn't deem the bubble nest worthy enough, she will not breed. If the male does not deem the female worthy enough, he will not breed. And then what happens is they'll go through a whole courtship ritual outside of their little containers. Hint, you guys have seen how I have mine. I have a vase inside of a 10-gallon, and the male runs free while the female's inside doing circles, which isn't what they do in the wild, but it's what captive breeding does. And it's safer for the female instead of just throwing her in there and going, well, I hope you make it, girl. See you in the morning. So what happens is they'll kind of start following each other around. Once the female gets really into the male, she'll chase him around the tank. She'll flare at him. She'll turn sideways. She'll close her fin. She'll close her fins down, and she'll kind of like lean forward, like almost list towards him, showing that he's dominant to her and that she's ready to breed, that she finds him deemable and acceptable. And if he finds the same, he pretty much won't kill her or attack her. And then at that point, what will happen is they'll kind of start doing little circles. They'll start doing little dances. He'll still flare for her. She'll flare back when she's interested. And then what happens is they go through like a coitus stage, which is obviously the fishy love making. And what will happen is the female will turn sideways and almost flip up, and pretty much flip upside down. The male will wrap around her, and as she's popping out the eggs, he's popping out his sperm, and he's fertilizing the eggs, and he swims down, sucks them up in his mouth, and he spits them into the bubble nest. And then once the whole process is done, which it can take an hour, 3 hours, or 24 hours, depending on the female and the male's drive. After that point, you have to take the female away because the male will become very aggressive, protecting the bubble nest to protect the babies. And then 3 days after that, the baby should hatch. And then 3 days after that to 5 days, you want to take the male away once the baby betas are free swimming. God, that's a freaking mouthful. And that's not even all of it still. That's not even how you deal with the baby betas, and I'm just not figuring that out myself, but... Ugh. But, I'm really hoping that King Midas pulls through. I really don't want to see... Oh, my ankles. I really don't want to see him pass away. I love that fish to death, dude. He's... Well, my last original male. Because I started out with a veil-tail male, and he died. Not sure why, but he died. And then I ended up going out and picking up King Midas, and he was the next in line to breed with Delta. And he ended up hurting Delta, so I took him off the breeding list for a while, and then I picked up Nemo, which is my Super Dwarf Dumbo. And then after that, I picked up, it was a male, by the way. I picked up Bart and Fry, which they were both my koi betas, and sadly Bart didn't make it. He died. And then ended up getting a free dwarf beta, dwarf Dumbo, same as Nemo, except this one was blind. He had cataracts in both his eyes, and they were pretty much pooped out of his head, so we couldn't see anything. So he got freaked out one night, and he shot up out of his tank. I didn't have a lid on it, and he died on my floor. So it was completely my fault. I had a lid on it. He'd still be alive if I had a lid on it. But I had a filtration system, and I hadn't thought about it, and I was tired. And what's up, Halo? But now I'm down. Now I'm up with these 4 males, and I mean, I'm actually kind of excited that I picked up these 4 males, and I really wish I could have bought the others. But at this rate, I didn't have enough money now that I see it. I've been buying lunch at freaking Burger King and Taco Bell. Yeah. I don't even like those places. That's where my buddy goes. That's where I have to fucking eat. Unless I start taking my lunch. So I'm probably going to start taking my lunch. But, yeah, I've been paying for his ass, too, for 3 days, which was around, $40. Between me and him, 3 days. Let's see, 6, 12, 10. Yeah, so $40 in food alone. Oh, almost dropped you in the aquarium. But, I mean, he said he'd give me $11 back that he owed me. And I'm like, you owe me a lot more than $11, my dude. You don't owe me $30. I don't need all the money that we spent. It was on me too, but at the same time, just because you lost your card doesn't mean we couldn't have went to freaking Walmart or McDonald's and ordered off the value menu. It's just kind of annoying. Especially since I don't have enough money right now. I get paid a week from now. My dad starts work again tonight, tomorrow, Monday. And I have to go to bed on top of all this, and I've got bills and things like that, and I don't know how big this check's going to be, and I just found out Friday that apparently going to this new store, they're going to put me as a part-time associate, only working 20 hours a week, and I flat said I'm not going to fucking do that, so I'm talking to the manager at my new job tomorrow, and we're going to get this shit settled, because 3 of us do the work of 10 people. So why would you why would you want to screw that up and fuck with that, when we are such great workers, and all 3 of us work together so well? It's not logical. So I'm gonna talk to him. God damn, my fucking lips. Where's the medicated bullshit? There it is. So I'm gonna talk to her. I'm gonna talk to Renee about it and be like, look, I mean, I know this is what y'all originally were gonna do, but after seeing our performance as, you know, a group, the three of us, I mean, any way we can swing it to where at least if I'm working less hours, we can bump my pay up. Like, if they bump my pay up, I'll work less hours. Temporarily. Because apparently I'm making $9, and the max amount I could be making right now is $12 an hour, and my buddy didn't tell me that, and my buddy did the, that's annoying. My buddy did the freaking application for me, and instead of, you know, putting down the max of $12 an hour, motherfucker put $9 just so I get hired, even though I already had the freaking job beforehand. So it's like, you could have helped a brother out here, and we'd have been making the same fucking money, but he's a higher position, so I felt like he might have did it on purpose a little bit. Maybe he didn't want to, you know, make the same amount of money. But I mean, if we were making the same amount of money, it wouldn't be anything to go, hey, bro, I got lunch today, or I got lunch this week. You know, instead now it's, hey, bro, I got my food, you're on your own, fuck you, because I make less than you, you know? You'd be surprised, that $3, $4 difference is a lot. $3 difference. So, just kind of bums me out that he did that, and I can't even negotiate for a higher pay at the moment because I signed the contract. And I didn't sign shit. But Monday, hopefully tomorrow, we don't have a fucking truck. And if we do have a truck, hope to God it's pallets and not floor loads. Dude, good luck. That shit's hard to make up, especially with that amount. I did download a thing. Oh shit, I forgot to message Edward Tyndall. Fuck, he messaged me this morning about that damn app we have. Not us have, just an app we have in common that we both are using now. I've got to get in there and try to remember how I did what he's asking. Pretty much I took a picture of my ID and used it instead of a driver's license, because it's just the same damn thing with that. Like, you don't have to have a driver's license as long as you have a valid ID and you're over 21. Or you're 18 and older? I don't freaking know, but... On that note, it's like 11:45. My phone's at 5%. I'm extremely tired. And I have shit to do. So, thank you guys so much for coming into this quick little 35 minute second live stream. I'm gonna lay down, go to sleep, and yeah. Look at that beta backer shimmering. So sexy. I love those little 1 gallon tanks with light. I don't care what anybody says. This is not animal abuse. This is not animal cruelty. You know, these fish, yeah, 10 gallon would be fine, but, you know, Jesus Christ, you know, these 1 gallons are more than suitable, especially since I try to do a water change at least once a week, you know, and that's 100% water change, and that's pretty much when I go do the freaking 55 gallon over here. So if I know it needs 10 gallons, I'll dump everybody out, fill it up, and then just put 20 gallons into the damn thing later. But another guys, there's 3 of you in here. Hello, number 3. You were at the end of the live stream. I apologize. There were no chicken eggs shown in the making of this TikTok. I mean, this YouTube video. I just explained it. I will be doing a candling video. I've done 2 of them already, and they have not come out very well. So I'm doing a fourth one. I've done 3, and they've all been crap. So hopefully this 4th one will work, and I'll probably upload that tomorrow when I get off work or Tuesday. I don't think I work Tuesday. I have to go to a motel and do orientation for the new store, even though we've already done orientation for the work. I don't know what the fuck we're doing. Maybe it's a trap. Maybe we're all gonna get gangbanged or something. I don't freaking know. They are some crafty ass people, I will say that. But I'm gonna throw some Nisi shrimp in here before I go to sleep, and that's gonna be packed full of proteins that they need. Oh, he's got white tips. Oh, that's so cute. And I'm going to go from there. So, thank you guys so much for watching this live video. I'll be doing an uploaded video later on tonight or tomorrow. Yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Please like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for the next video. And, yeah, I'll see you in the next one. So, peace, love, happiness, and all that good shit. That's for Edward Tyndall. I think that's how he says it. I don't freaking know.